call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Wolverines' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will take the field first. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason, and I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Swings it out to the flat. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. Turning it on. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded at several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
Quick catch on third down. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. So Michigan's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
To the air on second down. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the first down. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Now from inside the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive early.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. He's got an open man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Cunningham. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse.
Wants to go up top on first down.
Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wants to go up top. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the...
Breaks away on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. This offense trying to go right back to the well, or right back to the air, and the defense was ready this time.
And a great response from the defense. You give up a big play, a huge chunk play that you didn't want to give up. Don't hang your head. Now play the next play. Played it aggressively, went and got the sack. Way to respond.
He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. Bunch formation for these receivers. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. The give out of the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And the Rebels will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Feels the button, looking for daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run the toss. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
They'll move the tight end. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Trying to get the corner. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the ground with the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
You know, some people think it's a gamble, but sometimes it's really not. It's just a smart play to go for it on fourth down.
One thing you know is you're only going to have so many possessions. So the more you punt, the more you give it up. Obviously, you're not going to score, and the field position game is kind of going out the window. So, yes, you definitely go for it more, and you've seen more success, and you've seen more points than ever.
And the Wolverines with the first and 10. Leaves it with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on third down. I'm not so sure they won't run it again.
Got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could...
There he goes! Inside the 30. He's at the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And they did tack on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Going right to work up top. The ball is out behind the line. The ball goes out of bounds. The offense maintains possession but no gain on the play. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over, jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Gets the back moving. Trying to set the tone with the run. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. And the Wolverines come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third down play from the gun. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys. Final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Nice move to keep running. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Rebels want to move quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. got his man quickly. At the 45 on its way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down. Got the quick pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rebels are on the move. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Good timing on the quick out. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Gets it out quickly. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Maurice, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well tonight, give back that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open, he makes the catch. Turns it on down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels!
One of of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And target coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Send the tight end in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Look out, he's got room. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football and trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets away from one, finds some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Leaves it with the running back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Skips away from pressure. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the fourth. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cunningham. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I'm not just playing from behind trying to get points. I'm also racing against this clock. One thing I can't do, take sacks. I gotta throw the football away. I gotta understand the clock situation.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
On fourth down, looking to pass. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. So here comes the Michigan offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.